the smallest giant in town. George was a giant, the scruffiest giant in town. He always wore the same pair of old brown sandals and the same old patch of ground. I wish I wasn't the scruffiest giant in town, he said sadly. But one day George noticed a new shop. It was full of smart clothes. So he brought a smart shirt, a smart pair of trousers, a smart belt, a smart strappy tie, some smart sock with diamond up the side, and a pair of smart shiny shoes. Now I'm the smallest giant in town, he said proudly. George left his old clothes behind the shop. He was about to go home when he heard a sound. Out on the pavement stood a giraffe who was sniffling sadly. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my neck," said the giraffe. "It's so very long and so very cold. I wish I had a long, warm scarf." "Shut up," said the judge, and he took off his strappy tie. "It don't match my socks anyway," he said, as he would learn and learn the giraffe's neck. "It was a wonderful scarf." "Thank you," said the giraffe. As George strode toward home, he sang to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, but look me up and down. I'm the smallest giant in town." George came to a river. A boat to the goat, who was breathing lightly. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my sail," said the goat. "It blew away in the storm. I wish I had a strong new sail for my boat." "Cheer up," said George. He took off his new white shirt. "It came untucked anyway," he said, as he tried to do the most of Scott's boat. It was magnificent sail. "Thank you," said the goat. George stood on singing to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt on the boat is a sail for a ghost. But look me up and down. I'm the smallest giant in town." George came down to a tiny ruined house. Behind the house stood a white mouse with a lot of baby mice. It was so squeaky. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's so hot," squeaked the mother mouse. "It burned down, and now we have nowhere to be left. I wish we had a long, nice new house." Excuse me. "Cheer up," said George. And he took one of his shiny shoes. "This gives me blasters anyway," he said. And the mouse and her baby scrambled inside. The shoe was a perfect home for them. "Thank you," they squeaked. George had to hop along the road now, but he didn't mind, as he helped his saying to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt is a sail for a coat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. But look at me up and down. I'm the smallest giant in town." George came to a campsite. Behind the tent stood a fox who was crying. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my sleeping bag," said the fox. "It dropped in it a puddle. I wish had a warm, dry sleeping bag." "Cheer up," said the George. And he took one of his sock diamonds up to the side. "It was tickling my toe anyway," he said, as the fox snuggled to it. "It was made of fine sleeping bag." "Thank you." George hopped on, singing to himself. "My tie is a scarf for the cold giraffe. My shirt is a boat. It's safe for the goat. My shoe is a house for the little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for the fox. Look at me up and down. I'm the smallest giant in town." George came to the big squarely bog. Behind the bog stood a dog who was howling. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's this bog," said the bog. "I needed to get across, but I keep getting stuck in the mud. I wish there was a safe dry path." "Shut up," said the George, and he took off his smart new belt. "It was squishing my tummy anyway," he said, as he laid it down over the ball. "It was an excellent path." "Thank you," said the dog. The wind started to blow, but George didn't mind. He hopped on, singing to himself. "My tie is a scarf for the cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat has a sail for the goat. My shoe is a house for the little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for the fox. My beard had a dog who was crossing a ball. My tie's also falling down. I'm the coolest giant in town." Suddenly George felt sad and silly, but not as much. As he stood on one foot and thought, "I have to go back to the shop and buy more clothes," he decided. He'll turn around and hop all the way back to the shop. But he was got there. It was closed. "Oh no," cried the George. "It was closed." He sat down onto the doorstep and a tear ran down his nose. He felt as sad as all the animals he had met on his way home. Then, out of the corner of his eyes, he saw a bag with something familiar poking out of the top. George took a closer look. "My gown!" he cried. "My dear old gown and sandals!" George put them on. They felt wonderfully comfortable. "I'm the coziest giant in town," he cried, and he danced back home along the road. Outside his front door stood all the animals as he helped. He was carrying an enormous present. "Come on, George," they said. "Open it." George untied the ribbon. Inside was a beautiful gold paper crown and the card. "Look inside the card, George," said the animal. George put the crown on his head and opened a card. "Your tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. Your shirt on a boat is a shell for a goat. Your shoes in a house for a little white mouse. One of your socks is a bed for the fox. Your bed has a dog who was crossing the walk. So here is a very fine clown to go with the center angle of the kindest gent in town. Pictured by this parrot. He's cute, right?